everybody. Welcome you with the kiss.
What?
Aaron,
What?
where's your kiss?
I got it yesterday for Valentine's Day.
Aw, that's nice.
Ah!
For Valentine's Day this year, Jancy and I had a nice Valentine's. Yeah, I got her flowers on Tuesday.
Okay.
And then the next day, I'm supposed to be playing Jedi Fallen Order that night. So I made sure to also get her flowers that day, too.
She got
As
two
a
flowers.
Thank you for letting me play this game this evening. In which case, I played until like 10:30 p.m.
Did you?
Last night. Yeah, I played for like 4.5 hours because unfortunately, I got sick on Monday and had to cancel. So, but yeah, that was my Valentine's Day. Is I got to play Jedi Survivor.
Is audio too low for Eric, or is everyone's audio too low?
Is my audio low?
If I talk, how's this?
It was a great stream.
They heard.
Everyone is low, Jake.
We're all low.
We're
That's what chat
all
says.
low.
All right. Well, you all just turned up your volume. Get ready to turn it down because I'm gonna start screaming.
Well, I guess we could have all been high, but that didn't happen.
Could have been.
Yep.
High on life.
Yep.
Ho ho.
All right, guys, let us know if it's better. Turn down for
Could be.
That's better.
All right.
All right, we all
Good
good
stuff.
now?
Awesome.
Good. All right.
Now
Blame Kyle.
it's Valentine's Day, right?
Valentine's, yes, not times.
Got it.
Valentine's
The N. There's an N in it.
Day.
I got it. I got
Valentine's
it.
Day. I didn't do anything for Valentine's Day though.
That's not true. I saw you at the flower shop.
I mean, I got flowers, but we didn't. I got flowers from Melanie, but we didn't do anything. I walked in and Eric was there. I was like, "What are you doing here?"
I don't know what you're doing here. I want to be. What do you think I'm doing here?
Mm-hmm.
Getting flowers for
Give
myself.
flowers, I guess. Yeah. Like, I won't say anything. we just nod at each other.
You ever
and
been
walk
given
out.
flowers as a man?
Yes.
I was.
Well, I had the theater performance, and you guys got me a wreath that they put at funerals with flowers
That is true.
and gave it to me.
I forgot that was in fact me.
You guys did that.
Well, I should say that was Jancy. I delivered it.
I was given flowers as little as last week.
Aw. I don't have any flowers.
But otherwise, not typically.
Yeah.
I don't think. Not too often I can think of.
Gotcha.
I can't think of a time I haven't had flowers.
You haven't had flowers.
No, they just come all the time.
My bugger always has flowers.
All right. Well, nice. Let's see. What else we have going on here? I believe presently, if you guys haven't seen, there are 2 polls going on right now, right?
Yeah,
2
buddy.
polls.
Oh yeah, I forgot to put that all on the homepage.
Is it only 2?
I should do that.
But currently, I think there's 2 polls. There's a live action poll
Yep.
and an anime poll,
Yep.
both happening right now.
With more polls upcoming very soon. So it's really never been a better time to be a Blind Wave Beyonder.
Bam! I fixed it. So the Spy Family poll is on the homepage of the site right now, and just below it is the One Piece poll.
Great.
So you
2
can get to
polls.
both of those just going to blindwave.com, and then you can go beyond and vote.
I know the
And-
last poll was really close.
Some good stuff on there. We got Neon Genesis Evangelion,
Ooh.
Yu Hakusho,
Mm-hmm.
and other stuff.
Yellowstone, The Bear.
That's a different poll, but yes.
What? Oh,
Aaron, what do you want to win the anime poll?
I don't know. Jake's been talking to me a lot about High School DxD.
He has. He won't stop, actually.
I can
It's been a problem.
feel his anger.
I feel like I'm starting to get spoiled.
It makes him stronger.
Oh,
Gives
I
him
muted Aaron. I won't let
focus.
him talk. Not during this part.
It has been very fun to like look at the poll response, and people are just like, "What is this insanity?" I don't know anything about the show, but what is this insanity? And then Aaron has been just like,
He
Just curious
thrives
to
on
see how it'd
chaos.
turn out on there. It'd be
we'll
interesting.
see.
So,
"We'll see."
but no, I don't know. I don't necessarily have one that I want to win. I've been wanting to watch Samurai Champloo
Yeah.
for a long time,
me
and I've been
too.
holding out on that one. So
I want Yu Hakusho. I just heard so much about it and seen so many cool things, and I love Hunter x Hunter. It's the same guy.
Oh,
That's what I want.
Gon?
Yep. There's another. Yeah. What happened after? Yu Hakusho. No.
But no, I don't know. I don't know what I want to win either poll, because both polls had a lot of really cool stuff. There was Spartacus on the live action one, which I've already seen, but I haven't seen in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And then Yellowstone's been one I've been wanting to watch for a while. For the anime, there's several anime on there that I have no idea what they are. Some of them I don't even know how to pronounce. Like Kaguya-sama could be right. I think that was on the poll. And Firen or something, which I also don't know how to say, but that's on the poll.
Yes, it is. That actually has me interested too.
I mean, I don't know much about it.
Yeah.
I've heard it's been a newer show that a lot of people have liked. So.
Well,
and there's other words that happen afterwards. So I think it's like beyond something, but I don't even know what those are. So
I keep going to look at the polls and like just take a peek and see what's winning.
Uh-huh.
And it doesn't load, and it doesn't load. I'm like, oh, it's not loading. And every time I go to hit refresh, then it loads.
Like as you go to hit refresh.
Yeah.
So you're looking at results right now.
I'm trying to, but it won't let me.
You want to go to refresh?
No, Eric, you don't get
See,
to
look.
He did it.
Look.
He did it. He's right.
That's so funny.
I think their site is broken.
Rick, promise
Unfortunately.
me, just lie to me and tell me DXD isn't on.
I
top.
can't tell you anything. I
Tell
can't
him.
get to it. It's not working.
But just lie to me.
Lie to me.
So many people are going there right now that it's crashing.
Oh, the Pacific on the poll, yeah. I'd like to watch that after finishing Band of Brothers, which was
My God.
a little while ago, but no. Good stuff. Excited to see what wins. So make sure you guys vote if you haven't. Go check that out. If you haven't updated recommendations, make sure you do that, because we also have more polls coming, and it's been fun because I've seen a lot of people saying like these have been great polls this year that we've had coming up, and I think a lot of that has to do with us having the recommendations and being able to just those can be updated as we go along throughout the year rather than like once a year having the big survey poll.
Yeah.
And it has been a lot of help. Really glad for that.
So much help. And I said it again last week, but I just love seeing people's recommendations that I'm like, I don't think this is going to get very high, but I've never heard of this and I must Google it. So I got to thank a lot of people for introducing new concepts to me.
But sadly, my movie recommendations of Neil Breen has not led to a reaction, despite the fact that he has a brand new movie, which I happen to have a copy of right here.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
Which
Why?
Look at that case.
I paid more than $30 for this.
Rick, you want to take over podcast? I'll watch it.
But I've been looking forward to this one for a long, long time.
That is all right. Is it a Blu-ray?
It is a DVD video, NTSC. You can see it right there.
You spent $30 on this?
NTSC, baby.
More than that if you include shipping.
I think I can buy like popular movies for $20 on Blu-ray at like Walmart.
Well, you pay for quality.
Do you?
This
All
is
right.
over an hour. This is an hour and 40 minutes, which I believe is a record
A record.
for his films. I believe that's going to be the longest one so far.
You have to pay $40 for the record?
He also sells, it's like $800, but you can get like the 13-hour Neil Breen Film School.
Film school.
Yep.
So you can learn to make movies as good as him.
Okay.
Okay.
You can get started on
Okay.
that journey.
Yeah, I don't know
It's
because
going to
I
take
haven't-
more than 13 hours in order to do that. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to hold out on this until we react to all 5 of his others. I don't think.
That sounds like a journey that I'm excited to go on.
Yeah.
Aaron, what about you?
excited.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I'd use those
Can
words.
I say why I'm excited?
Why are you
'Cause I
excited?
never have a better time with Rick than when he watches these terrible, terrible movies.
I mean, we could play Smash.
But sometimes he makes me angry.
Sometimes you make us angry.
Sometimes I do real well against Rick, and sometimes I do real bad against Rick, and I can never tell you when that game is gonna be.
But no, it sucked because he would not release this movie. It's been done forever, but he wouldn't release it until award season was done, which I understand. I do. But I've had to wait far too long in order to get a hold
Why
of
was
this.
he waiting?
Until he had already like submitted it to all the film festivals and everything.
Yeah,
Oh. Like,
because they 100% are gonna want it.
This is an award-winning film, Aaron.
what award did it win?
I mean, I can look it up.
So, okay, so you don't. It's not such an award you know it by heart.
I mean,
Like, when people win, like.
I'm not a filmmaker.
Okay.
Like, I don't follow that scene super closely.
Okay.
But it won Best Fantasy.
Best fantasy.
Yep.
And, like, what's the scope of what it was up against?
I was never able to find out because I really wanted to watch the movies that lost to it.
Yeah, I know. Like, that's what I'm like.
And I searched hard.
Was it against Dune? Or.
All right, so let's see.
I don't know. Like, what kind of fantasies? Lord of the Rings? You know what I mean? Like, best fantasy, what's the scope? Is there a year? Is it, like, at a festival?
So there's something called the, it's CANNES. Canes?
Okay.
Eric? How do you say that?
Cannes.
Thank you, Eric.
Cannes Film Festival.
The Cannes Continental Film Festival.
Yeah.
France semi-finalist. Official selection.
France.
Hollywood Rio Independent Film Festival. Best Fantasy feature film. 2023 Sci-Fi London Film Festival. Official selection. People's Choice Award 2023 Hollywood Rio Independent Film Festival. Best feature film. 2023 Swiss International Film Festival official selection. 8 out of 10 IMDb film rating. 153 theatrical screenings worldwide as of November 2023 in the United States, Canada, UK, Australia, Ireland, Netherlands, Sweden, Austria, and France. So a global hit.
IMDb.com. What was it? What's this movie called?
It is Cade.
That's it?
Space. The Tortured Crossing. And note that the Tortured Crossing is all lowercase, which I'm hoping to learn why that is.
Tortured Crossing.
What the hell?
Is
Okay,
it still an 8
well-
out of 10?
It's 7.3 out of 10,
Okay.
but it has 528 tens.
I'm sure soon one of those will be mine.
And then 85 ones. And then a speckled amount of anything between 2 to 9, from 27 to 8.
It's a divisive film, you know? All great art is. Really.
Okay. I wish I could see like what people wrote about it.
The 7.3 I feel like is pretty good.
I do, but I wonder why. 528 tens?
I think
wonder
that's
why.
better than what the Marvels got, for example.
Oh, well, hang on. Well,
Aaron, you
yeah,
know
that
the
also, like, it's not a, I don't think it's like fair comparison. It got bombed.
Aaron, you know the only way to figure it out is to watch it yourself, right?
I suppose. All right.
Aaron,
I'll watch it and.
I know that we're a reaction channel and this might be heresy, but like, we should not give a shit about what people think. You should only give a shit about what you think.
I'm curious why it has tens. Though I'm also curious why the Marvels has 17,000 ones, which I feel like is ridiculous.
Uh-huh.
So
Ones?
maybe people's votings are a little,
Ones.
one.
Yeah, see, I can't trust those ones.
17,000 ones out of
Yeah.
101,000 votes.
Yeah.
17,000 of them are one.
The editing of the action scenes alone are 2.
Like, there's no reason. I could understand if you were like, oh, you know what? This wasn't for me. It's a 5.
Yeah, no, I
it's
get
a
you.
4. But
Yeah.
a 1, really? I don't think they've seen Neil Breen or The Room or a lot of these bad movies. Of course, I haven't seen Neil Breen, so I
There's
can't.
movies so much worse than The Room, Aaron.
I mean,
So much worse.
yeah. There's been movies that I've watched where, like, by the end of it, I was like, I don't know if this was good or bad. Like, I'm just
Like the movies we made as a kid.
It can be both.
those were bad.
Terrible.
I know those were bad. I don't know. What the hell is this cover, Rick?
Huh?
Nothing. Just the cover on IMDb for this movie is like a picture of him real big.
Yep.
And then a picture of him like in a cathedral, I don't know, with like wheelchairs all around. And there's bodies on the floor. An identical... Should I read this?
I mean,
Should I not read this? I'll close it.
That's someone else's interpretation of the movie. You should have your own.
That's not his cover?
I meant like the text.
Oh, the text is?
Yeah. The cover's probably his.
It's just what the IMDb picture is, which is like, I don't know what the heck this is.
Vironi on Twitch says, I watch your room reactions whenever I'm down.
Oh.
Honestly, same. I love that video.
It's
so fun to watch.
so great.
Because there's a certain part where I got a little too drunk. Don't remember.
Now I don't know what to believe because on the IMDb picture and it says an hour and 36 minutes, but this is an hour and 40 minutes on the DVD. So maybe there's a little extra
footage.
A little more Neil Breen's balls, maybe.
What?
I don't know.
What?
He puts his own balls in his movies?
I mean, they could be stunt balls. I don't know for sure.
Stunt
Maybe
balls.
he casts balls and they look a lot better than his own. Maybe. Or worse. I don't know.
So, Rick, are you saying this is the next, like, movie pick?
I mean, we gotta
start.
Yeah, we gotta start with his
beginning.
first one. I feel like.
Yeah. You don't watch Tarantino and don't start with like you got like at least Pulp Fiction. You don't go right to like. You watch Pulp Fiction?
I've seen Pulp Fiction.
What the hell did that mean?
Yeah, that's a
Why
very
was there hesitation?
Well, 'cause
waffle answer.
It gets confusing trying to be like, have I seen it all? Because even the movie, its continuity is like jumps around a bit.
Yeah.
So I'm like, have I seen scenes of that, or did I watch that whole movie? you know, I haven't seen.
Yeah.
Reservoir Dogs, Kill Bill 1, Kill Bill 2. I gotta look at the list, but yeah, those three, which I feel like are some of his earlier ones that everyone's like, these are great.
They're great,
I haven't seen those ones.
but they're no Neil Breen.
You got to see an artist grow. I enjoy that. I'm not saying it's good,
So
but I'm saying he is an artist.
can we see the first like Neil Breen movie and then see this movie?
I think that would be acceptable.
Like what? I'm kind of curious. Like, what is Rick's first watching experience of one of these kind of things like?
I mean, you could find out because I haven't seen this one.
That would, yeah, but I have to wait. I can't watch it yet, Rick. I don't know. All right. But yeah, I haven't seen some of his earlier stuff.
I'm excited because like he surprises me every time.
He surprises you?
Yeah.
So it's at least different?
Like, I mean, you know, you watch 5 or so of the movies and you think like, yeah, I got this figured out. Then all of a sudden something comes out of left field. It's like, nope, didn't expect that.
Let's see. Can I look at a list of his movies here?
Didn't expect that shower scene. Didn't expect the ending of Fateful Finding.
Does he have 7 movies? That sound right?
I
see Double Down.
Yep, Double Down.
I Am Here, ... Now.
I'm Here Now. Mm-hmm.
Fateful Findings.
Fateful Findings.
Pass Through.
Pass Through.
Twisted Pair.
Twisted Pair.
Then this says Neil Breen 5 feature retrospective.
So that's like the
Okay.
13-hour thing.
Of his 5 movies he's already made.
Yeah.
And then Cade the Tortured Crossing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's 6.
Okay, so he's been making movies since 2005.
He has.
Well,
Okay.
I'm greatly looking forward to that reaction.
They've gone up. It was a 4.1 on Double Down.
Okay.
And then 4.4, 4.3, 4.6, 4.9, 7.3. I feel like shenanigans happened with this Cade movie, or it got a lot better.
I mean, what if it did? What if it is like you and I both watch it and we're like, you know what? That was fucking great.
Yeah, it could happen.
It could happen.
It could happen.
A broken clock is right twice a day.
To master something, you have to do 10,000 hours of it, and he has to have at least. I mean, how many hours does he have?
I mean, at least 12.
I've also heard that 10,000 hour thing is bullshit.
Probably.
I don't. All right, I don't. We should watch. I don't know. So I opened up Double Down, and there's something, and I'm like, I don't even understand what the like brief description means.
Okay.
A brilliant computer loner seizes Las Vegas and its terrorist attack while fighting against his fits of clinical depression and obsession for romance and death.
Oh. I thought
What?
you were going to continue.
No, that's it.
Okay.
I don't know.
That sounded like every day my life was like this, and then something happened, and then this happened. But you just stopped at the every day my life is like this. Okay.
I don't know. Seizes Las Vegas and its terrorist attack. What does that mean? All right. Maybe I have to watch it to understand.
I mean,
What the? Why is there a? Oh my god. Okay, I can't.
did you read the excerpt on Cade, the Tortured Crossing?
No, I started to and I stopped.
Because it's amazing.
Is it?
An identical AI twin brother restores an old mysterious mental asylum. He takes it upon himself to mystically train the patients as warriors for humanity and justice.
Ooh,
What?
I'm hyped already.
It almost
that's
sounds
way
like
different than
Are
the last
you?
thing you said.
Are you hyped?
Yeah.
it almost sounds like Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah.
With Nicolas Cage a little bit.
I haven't seen that either.
That one's fun. But it's no Neil Breen. I could say that about every movie in existence. But it's no Neil Breen.
An AI twin brother?
Identical.
What?
AI twin brother.
How is it a? How does that work? How do you have an identical AI twin brother?
We have to
Wouldn't it
watch
just
the
be?
movie to find out.
Don't you just make an AI replica of yourself? But I guess he's not yourself, so he's a brother.
Yeah.
Why is he a brother?
Yeah, it's not a clone. It's a brother.
Okay. So that just means I get to see Neil Breen twice in this movie.
I hope so. Yeah.
Rick, is this
At least.
is this a sequel to Twisted Pair?
It might be, because there's also some twins in that one, which is a glorious mustache.
I want to have people in chat.
glorious.
Should I pull up a?
Why don't you bring
screenshot?
up a picture?
I'll go find one.
All right.
I want to know if people in chat have ever watched a Neil Breen movie.
Are you putting a poll up? Some people in chat were talking about some of their favorite reactions we've had to bad stuff. I will put up there next to a lot of them, not the room, but a lot of them. Mortal Kombat Annihilation
I had
is
fun with
one.
that one.
No. It's one of our best reactions because we're having such fun with such poor content.
It's true.
And
Also-
when I say poor, that's not. I mean, it is a judgment, but it's also a blessing too, because it's just so good and bad equally at the same time.
Well, I think
Remember when Raiden jumps from the temple?
Yeah.
There was like 5 cuts, and all of them were bad.
Yeah,
Aaron, are you ready for this mustache?
Love it.
for a mustache.
Yeah.
Where am I looking?
Change your monitor.
All right. Is that the mustache?
Ooh, wow, man,
It's clearly.
that is well kept.
It is.
It's okay. Well,
That
well
guy
kept
trims it every morning and night.
and glues it down like it's flat.
That's just product.
I mean, you got to use wax, you know?
He uses conditioner.
Yeah, you got to keep that thing
Yeah.
under control.
Don't just take the conditioner out of your hair. Leave it in there for the whole shower.
What? No, I have leave-in conditioner now for my beard.
Oh,
I got a whole new beard kit that I'm using,
yeah.
which Melanie was trying to. This is a little tangent, but they're doing Carrie the Musical, and they've been casting it, and they had one slot that they needed, and they
Yeah.
were trying to fill it, and they're like, "Hey, why don't
Yeah.
you do this?" I was like, "But you got to be like a high schooler, so you have to shave your face." I'm like, "I just got a whole beard kit to try to do this, and you want me to shave it?" But I've been using leave-in conditioner now to try to soften it up.
Is it you feel soft?
I think it feels softer,
Yeah.
but I haven't told her yet to see if like what her thoughts are. So I need her to test it.
Gotcha. I have a very coarse beard myself, but I have leave-in conditioner at night. Oh man, it's so soft. But during the day, yeah, it's just super hard.
So is the beard fake too?
I mean,
It's fake too, right?
Are you saying that you were?
it's
fooled?
like wrestling is fake. Like, yes, it's a scripted
Okay.
thing that he's.
Yeah.
But
that
think
he's
about what he's
created.
putting in his body.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
through.
that beard's fake. from the first shot, I'm like, I think it's fake, but
Hey,
I'm not
I
100%
love
sure.
that you couldn't tell.
But from here, I'm like, that's a fake beard.
I love it.
But like, couldn't he
That's
have just
magic.
like grown facial hair, did his scenes with that, and then cut it and did his scenes without it, or vice versa?
But which one is the real Neil Breen?
What does that mean? Wait, are those all Neil Breen? Who was the guy in the hat?
I didn't get to see the guy in
There's
the
like a
hat.
guy in a hat on a phone with the sunglasses. That's not Neil Breen.
But what if it is?
I don't know what the hell? What is this, like Iron Man? Why? I don't understand what this is. Is that a screen? Is it the future? I can't even read what it says. Is that an upside down L? What's after the U? What letter is that? Is it a 7?
Yeah.
Immense. Meg. Is a 2. mess.
It's written in science, Aaron. That's why we can't read it.
Like, there's.
I'm not a scientist.
Like, I feel like it's just like we should be seeing it backwards, but like there's elements there that are, like, even flipping them doesn't make any sense. Measure. Is that supposed to be an R? Is that what that's supposed to be? Is that what you guys are saying? Measurements? Okay, I guess so. Measure. I guess it's an R.
Yeah,
Dude, we gotta get you some drinks. This is fun.
It's an upside down L or a 7. That's what that is. What? I don't know. All right.
I mean, like, more than alcohol is legal in Ohio now.
Look at that background.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a desktop wallpaper thing. Interesting.
Yeah.
Very
They
interesting.
are experiences. You
All right.
experience a Neil Breen film.
I'm having flashbacks
So,
to the
are
room.
you saying that we should watch this high?
I mean, I don't need to, but you can do whatever you want. They make me high.
Freedom.
Dude, maybe I would understand.
Maybe.
Whoa,
That
man.
sounds like so much fun.
Like, I get it.
But yeah,
Alright.
Thank
he's
you,
probably
Ohio
my
voters.
favorite working director.
So far in chat, Rick, 6 people have said yes. Have you seen a Neil Breen movie? Yes. 36 have said no, and 15 have said who?
That's funny.
I feel like.
But also,
This is
you put
Victoria.
seen, not experienced. I feel like that is going to skew
No, I don't even
things.
need the experience. I just need to know that they have sat and watched one of these movies. You know what I mean? All right. So, guys, maybe you will experience it in the future then. What about Highlander? Let's go to Highlander, Rick.
You've been promising me Highlander for at least 4 months?
Hey, you can't.
So long.
You can't fault me for all those months.
Yeah, I know.
Not all of them.
Not all of them.
I think there was a day where we were pretty close, but didn't work out.
Yeah. And then there was sometimes like, well, we could do Highlander right now. I was like, no, we need Rick. Like, we can't do without Rick.
Mm-hmm.
And Calvin was like, "Ah, yeah, all right.
Can't do without Rick. Can you imagine you waited that long and you just were in it? You weren't there when we did it. It would suck. We had to wait.
All right. So Neil Breen. All right. Well, let's move away from Neil Breen. we have some other things that we
If
can
you
do. I think.
insist.
We can talk about some other stuff. We also had a small reaction that we were gonna do.
Yes.
I don't know if we want to do that yet.
To the trailer of Cade the Torture Crossing?
No.
Oh.
No. To the trailer of Deadpool. Don't you go there, Jake. We're going to the trailer of Deadpool. If you try to do this.
I don't think I'm going to watch anything without my headphones.
Oh,
Unfortunately.
yeah, I don't have my headphones either. Damn.
Uh-oh.
So let's talk about Neil Breen some more.
No, we're gonna be checking out that trailer soon.
Yeah, we'll get to it
I
soon.
haven't seen any of the trailers that released during the Super Bowl. It's funny. I went to a Super Bowl party that my dad hosted, and people don't understand this. Like, my dad made all the food,
Okay.
and he hosted the party, and I would say that's never happened.
Never
Ever.
happened.
I got sick the next day, but it's unrelated. So I was at the Super Bowl party, and I was, watching the game, watching the commercials. But anytime, like, what was going to be a trailer popped up, I pretty much just had to turn my deaf ear to the thing and avoid it. And then I got sick, and you guys did the trailers after that. And then I haven't seen any trailers until maybe today. So I am unspoiled.
I had something popped up, and like usually like you can tell when a trailer's popping up. So I like looked away, and I was at a buddy's place too, and he looked at me. I'm like, work. It's like, oh yeah, you guys might have to check this out, right? Like, yeah, it's hard to tell, and usually like I try to not know what it is. And he's like, oh well, hang on. He grabbed the remote and he muted it. He goes, there you go. I'm like, oh thanks. He goes, but I want to watch it. I'm like, I'll just leave. So I just walked out to the other room and waited.
Yeah.
But, yep, I had the same kind of experience there with all that. Though, the halftime show was pretty cool.
I thought it was good. I liked it.
I enjoyed it. It wasn't like the biggest spectacle, but I enjoyed the I enjoyed the performance and stuff of everything, and I thought it was really cool that they had there was a point whenever it was Usher, and I loved like some of the people that showed up, but like Little John showed up, and I was like, oh, Little John's here. I was like, oh, I wonder if I haven't seen Ludacris sing in forever. What if they brought out Ludacris and like they did that one song? Shoot, what is it? And then it started going boom boom. Boom, boom. I was like, this one! And I got so excited. I'm like, is Luda gonna show up?
Your millennial heart just popped off.
Yeah, I was excited for that. So, but no, man, I think we were talking, it's like, you know, maybe it wasn't the best as far as like, you know, the songs aren't like super epic or something, and the showing, but it's cool to watch. Like Usher dances really well too. So like I feel like a lot of what they gave was letting Usher like dance and move and do some of the stuff that he does best. Right? Like, if you had Michael Jackson up there, you also want to give a chance for Michael Jackson to do dancing.
Well,
you
hell
know?
yeah, dude.
Like, it's one of those kind of things. Like, sure, he's going to sing his songs, but you need him to do his dancing.
My favorite part of Michael Jackson's Super Bowl show is the first, like, 2.5 minutes. Because, first of all, he's all around the place. Like, he pops, he drops down, and then he pops up on the stage, and he just stands there, and he just stares at the whole stadium for, like, 3 minutes. But, like, not like, you know, oh, they love me, but like, I'm gonna kick your ass is what it looks like, you know? And then he kicks their ass.
And then he kicks
It's one of the best Super Bowl performances of all time.
One thing I've been curious about is how long they've gone.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can't remember who it was, but someone was saying, like, Usher's performance felt short. And I was like, I wonder how, like his length of time versus, like, when Prince had his versus when, like, Rihanna was up, J-Lo, Shakira, I don't know, whoever else.
Janet Jackson and Timberlake.
Justin Timberlake, yeah, like just how long time they gave for the halftime shows.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just curious on that kind of thing.
Oh,
Like,
Prince's Purple Rain one.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it fucking rained for him.
God
you
blessed
know?
him.
They're like, well, let's do this. This will be great, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, that one was great. And then I personally have a soft spot for the Coldplay, Beyonce, Bruno Mars one too. And that one's really cool. But I don't know. This one, I thought, obviously the music was good, but I thought like the actual presentation was a little lackluster for me. Like the only thing I really liked was Alicia Keys' like giant cape and like that piano she had that looked like she could like get on it and like drive away.
Yeah. You didn't like the skating part?
I'm such an old man now. Like I saw it, I'm like, God, these damn kids are gonna kill themselves.
I love, like, at one point Usher looked like he started to stumble, but he caught himself.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh man, how great and terrible would it have been if he would have fallen
Oh, dude.
on the halftime show,
And that
you know?
Beyonce one, like there's a part where like she's dancing in these giant heels, which is already so like a struggle. But she like falls back and puts her feet back and catches herself and goes right back into it. But there's a moment it's like, oh, she almost ate shit right live in front of millions.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would have been
Better
something.
than having your tip pop out.
Yep. You're completely right. And I had no response. All right, so are we going to watch something?
I don't know. We could talk about other stuff.
You have this Cade trailer up, Jake.
I switched away. I'm looking at halftime shows now.
Oh, was that what I had?
I don't want to watch the Cade trailer. I don't want spoilers. I need to
Okay,
go
sorry.
into it with no expectation. I've never seen anything Neil Breen. So when Rick shows me a Neil Breen thing, that's what I'm watching. So, anyway.
I love it. LKG's like, it's unfair. Usher got to show both his nipples.
He did. And his shirt with abs.
I also believe Janet had a pasty on too. So like,
yeah.
it was like covered in plan and the cut happened, but it was done in a way where everyone's like, and everyone was talking about it.
Yep.
I remember that. All right, so what are we doing?
We're going to be checking out a trailer. The
All
first one, I believe, is Deadpool.
Doesn't look like it.
I
Looks
think
like we're
we
gonna
already
do
watched
another one. Oh, we're switching now. No, we can do the one you had. Oh, all right. Oh, all right. Aha!
Okay,
Make up
you
your
take
mind.
over then.
Yes. I thought you were looking at the screen. So, do you guys all have your stuff?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
All right. So this is a trailer. This one is not for Deadpool.
Okay.
As soon as we get there, though, you're gonna see exactly what it is. You can guess now.
You guys both good?
I'm good.
We'll see.
Aha.
Oh, I love these movies.
Yeah, I can't hear
I
it.
know, Stinger. Real quiet. Ooh, it's Stinger. Okay. Show me.
Are you familiar?
Yeah, I don't hear it at all.
Yeah, I can't
Can you
hear
hear
it
it, Eric?
at all.
I don't hear it.
You hear it? I don't know.
Do we need to pause?
I mean, I've already seen it, so
Sorry,
it's
everybody.
for you and Rick.
Well, we definitely need Rick to be able to hear it.
I'm assuming it's on my end here with, yep, there it is.
Yeah, I hear it too.
Switch this one.
While we fix that, like, I love these movies. These Rise and all that stuff with the Planet of the Apes.
You named one. No, I get you.
Dawn.
Dawn, Rise, and Fall.
I don't think it's fall. I don't know, it might be.
Dawn, Rise.
Look, I was never a Planet of the Apes guy. Like, I never really watched the old movies. I liked the Tim Burton one because I'm a huge Tim Roth fan, and he played Caesar in those movies.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it was all, like, makeup and practical effects, and Ving Rhames was in it. Paul Giamatti is a orangutan, you know? Like, it's just awesome.
Yeah.
But it also has Mark Wahlberg in that part. I didn't really love that part, but I was
That should be
like, oh,
good.
this one's fun. But these ones, man, with especially Andy Serkis as Caesar, I loved those movies.
John Lithgow.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I think they're really good.
Yeah.
War,
Alright.
yeah, War that's it. War for the Planet
War,
of the Apes.
yeah. Okay,
Let's-
well, let's start this over.
Let's retry this.
Let's get it going.
So sad.
Are you familiar with the concept of evolution?
That's CG.
In their time, humans were capable of many great things. They could fly like eagles fly.
That's cool.
They could speak across oceans. But now it is our time. And it is my kingdom. We will learn. Apes will learn. I will learn. And I will conquer. Legend says ape and human lived side by side. Impossible as that may seem.
Why do they hunt her?
She is smarter than most.
The elders did not tell us everything about this world.
Bend for your king.
Apes hunt humans. That is wrong.
Together, you will die.
No, together, strong.
Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. That looks good, man. It looks so. The fidelity's so high.
Mm-hmm.
And we were even off the YouTube stream, like let alone the 4K Blu-ray,
Sure.
you know. But
No, it looks really good.
like I thought the last one was like I don't know how it gets better, but it got better. The character animation is flawless.
And it's interesting the aspect because like I feel like we're going back to the first movie, but
Yeah.
in the reverse in a way. Like you had I don't remember which actor it was, but he had Caesar, right?
James Franco.
James Franco, that's who it was.
John
Like he
Lithgow's
had
his
Caesar,
father,
and
yeah.
that was like his friend pet ape.
Yeah.
And I can hear it feels like you have one of the apes wanting to take this human kind of as a friend / pet and to work with. And I love the idea of, together strong and
Not apes together strong.
no, just together strong. But I mean, it still works with the same idea.
I mean,
apes,
We're also apes.
Yeah. So I think it'd be interesting to see like where it goes and how they do it. But I think it's pretty cool.
That looks great, man. Wow. See, the thing about the Uncanny Valley, especially when it comes to human faces, is like it's just we're so good at looking at other faces and perceiving even the smallest bit of communication because we've been doing it for millions and millions of years that it's so hard to overcome that valley. But with another ape, because we don't know all of the little subtleties, the magic trick I think works a lot better while still looking human in a way, right?
Sure.
Like the sheer quality of the eyes, the lip movement, pores in the skin, and then just having the hair and how hair can get wet and change and all this stuff. It's just so much work, but it looks so good here.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot wait.
No, it does.
Yeah.
Can you imagine being hunted by apes?
No, I can't.
Isn't that one shot?
This is why I pay taxes.
Doesn't that one part make you think of like the Lost World?
Yeah.
When like she's like in the tall grass.
That was, if I were on that crew, I would be. That's the Lost World shot. Let's get it. Action. Yeah. Absolutely.
But all right.
That looks great.
No.
I guess we have another trailer.
We have another one that we can watch.
Now, the one thing I actually wanted to say before we got into this that I thought was cool is that the director of this movie is going to direct the Legend of Zelda movie.
For apes?
Yeah. Now, I can't remember the name. He said, like, he's going for the, what's the Japanese director? Hayao
Miyazaki?
Yep. He's going for that style for the movie. And Nintendo keeps saying this is going to be a live-action Zelda movie. But this guy is especially, his expertise is especially in human performance capture and CG to live action, right? So, I don't know. For me, that kind of feels like maybe the Zelda movie is going to be, it's going to be live action, but it might be computer graphic performance based, So that could be an interesting look, especially if that's the style he's going for. I'm interested.
Sure.
Versus, just hearing like, Illumination's going to make it or something like that, We'll see. Anyway.
Wes Ball is their director.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Well,
let's move on to the next one, which is maybe Deadpool.
Happy birthday to you.
All right, okay. It's
look
been
at
a challenging
everyone.
few years, for sure. But I'm happy.
Look at him with hair.
That is because of each and every one of you. I'm the luckiest man alive.
Make a wish, buddy.
Wade Wilson?
Whoa,
Who's
whoa.
asking?
Whoa!
Whoa, 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 whoa. Is that supposed to be scary? Pegging isn't new for me, friendo, but it is for Disney.
Oh my God, they're gonna prune the Fox universe? I'm sorry. They're gonna try?
Mr. Wilson, you appear to have soiled yourself while unconscious.
I wasn't unconscious. Who are you? Why am I here?
Walk with me.
Is this TV head?
Looks like it.
You are special. This is your chance.
To be a hero among heroes.
Damn. All right.
I
Yep.
smell what you're stepping in, Sensei.
What's happening?
Your little cinematic universe is about to change forever. I'm the Messiah. I am Marvel Jesus.
Oh my God.
God, please! Oh my fuck! God, I love this part. Wait!
Whoa. Oh.
Don't just stand there, you ape. Give me a hand up. No, I'm actually okay. Thank you very much.
Oh, yeah, the suit. Holy shit. Love it's just called Deadpool and Wolverine.
Oh, did you see the 2 frames of the suit?
Oh, no, yeah. It looks great.
I feel like I've seen like production stuff for the suit before. Oh, I'm sorry. These aren't yours.
Oh, I don't see anything. But I've been waiting for that man to wear that suit for a long time.
It will be interesting him wearing that suit.
Holy crap.
Right? No.
Okay, there was a lot in there.
Yeah, there's quite a bit. There's a lot of stuff it shows.
Yeah.
The idea of the TVA and everything is really cool.
Hold on. Okay, was that Pyro from, like the was that the same guy who played Pyro?
Yes.
With the
Where?
the lighter?
Yes.
Where?
The guy that has like the like in there I don't know where exactly it is, but that's Pyro. He'll find it. Scrub through, yeah. I think that was the shock of the trailer for me. Right there. Oh yeah, okay. The subtitles say Pyro.
Oh, yeah, it does say Pyro.
But yeah, that's 100% him. Wow, yeah. It's been a while.
Damn it, Jake, your little fucking... Your mouse was a little hand. Made me think of Deadpool's little hand.
Holy crap. Okay. I really liked him, but he didn't really get much chance to do anything.
Yeah, I don't know
Okay.
who played him.
I mean, that's the guy. I don't know his name, but I can recognize his face.
Does he look like him?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that movie in a long time.
Aaron, you need to get checked.
I think you need to get checked.
No. What, for superpower? What do you mean?
Superpowers.
I don't have like an amazing ability to do it. That's just look at his face. Remember what he used to look like. Bam.
I mean, remember, when was the last time you watched that movie?
6 or 7 years ago.
You just remember what that guy's face looks like?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I watched the X-Men movies over and over again when I was a kid. So,
Okay.
Yeah. I had his action figure, Aaron.
Aaron Stanford, I think, is
Trevor
the actor's
Duvall
name,
is
maybe?
the actor for Pyro.
Oh, is it?
Okay.
Well, then what am I looking at here with X2 having Pyro as someone else? Am I on the wrong thing?
That's totally him. Awesome. Like, obviously, I knew Hugh Jackman was going to be in this, and while it is cool, like, we technically had Wolverine versus Deadpool already.
We did. Hell of a movie.
But bringing this into the MCU and using the TVA as the vehicle for that is a really smart move. The TVA looked different, though.
I mean,
their outfits were slightly different.
Well, I mean, probably
But-
a bigger budget here.
Well,
right?
that's true. I just wonder because the TVA, canonically, I guess I don't know when this takes place, but there
Sure.
might be a good reason for why they look a little different.
I mean,
I don't know.
we don't know what happens after what we last saw him with either.
We don't even know when this is happening, right?
Was that the 20th Century Fox logo behind them when he was doing his sweet gun reload scene?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, I missed that.
That's what it is.
Because I saw that.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I was like,
Now I
holy
see it
crap.
now.
And then
Calvin-
I saw, and then
Calvin and I talked about that in the reaction when we did it. I'm like, that's the 20th Century Fox logo. That's so good. I also
Yeah.
think that they're in, at one point, there's a part that looks like a weird shadowy smoke thing.
Okay.
Which I was like, maybe that's Goliath. Maybe they're in that last world place.
where the Thanos copter was. Okay.
Yeah, which would make sense if there's all this purged things there.
Well, if
maybe?
they're pruning
Be a
the
hero
Fox
among
universe, which is kind of
heroes.
funny to think about. In the multiverse is the other things.
I smell what you're stepping in, Sensei.
Okay.
Your little
And
cinematic
that's going to be
universe
even more fun.
is about
because
to change
Deadpool
forever.
breaks the fourth wall, so-
I'm the Messiah.
Yeah, I'm fine.
I
Aaron Stanford. Pirate. What did you say?
I don't know. Someone in chat had a different name.
Maybe Pyro in X-Men 3? Is he a different actor there? Damn. The Last Stand?
I mean, that looks like a lot of fun. I love the first 2 Deadpool movies. I like that Ryan Reynolds seemingly has so much
Control.
artistic freedom is
Yeah.
what it kind of feels like. Like, I love that he was able to sell that I have Brad Pitt in this movie. But he was invisible. And you see him for like 2 frames. But he talks about like going to the producers. It's like, yeah, we got Brad Pitt. You got Brad Pitt? And he's like, yeah. And they look at the contract. And it's like they watch it. He's in it for 2 frames. Yeah, in the very beginning there, they also had a lot of familiar faces from the first 2 movies.
Well, yeah, you have the older lady that's like his roommate.
Yeah.
There is, I think, the cab driver that's in there.
Yeah, Colossus. You have Teenage Warhead, and I can't remember her girlfriend. What's his name?
I don't know who the bearded guy is.
Yeah, I don't recognize the bearded guy.
Are you talking about the bartender guy?
No. Who's the guy that just like is just the normal guy on X-Force? I can't remember what his name was. It Peter?
Maybe it's Pete.
I think it was Peter. Yeah, he was there. Oh, man, I can't remember all the names. There's the one guy with the sword and the red hair, the Asian guy. He was there. Wade just looks happy. He has his hair on. And then the TVA come and Yukio, is the name of the girlfriend. I remember that.
Yukio's the girlfriend.
Yeah.
Shatterstar is...
Shatterstar.
Yep.
Yes. Okay.
And then the guy with the mustache is Peter.
Peter. Got it. Okay. Well, I got to rewatch the first 2 movies because it's been a while.
One thing Calvin talked about, too, that's great is that it looks like they rip off his hair.
Yeah.
And that it looks like it has, like, residue of staples having
it looks
held
like you can
it
see
in.
Yeah.
And I was like, it does look a lot like that. Like, it was he just stapled it on to keep it in place, and they ripped it off.
Yeah. I was going to say, like, well, I don't know if Wade could survive pruning, but pruning just takes you to that thing where Eliath is, so could Wade survive Eliath? I mean, that's the thing about Deadpool.
They also talk like they're wanting him to work for them.
Yeah.
Right? So I don't know if they prune him, but maybe they later on, because he's also fighting TVA later.
Yeah.
So maybe he starts to, and Deadpool does what Deadpool wants to do, so it's hard to tell.
Do you think we addressed that little Easter egg that was in, I think it was She-Hulk, talking about, like, a man with claws, like, that we were like, oh, is that Wolverine?
The, like, news article that was on the website.
Yeah. I wonder if that gets
Man
addressed.
in bar with claws.
Yeah. Something like that, yeah.
And obviously that would be a different Wolverine, if that is in fact Wolverine, than the one that's going to be appearing here.
Unless it wasn't.
Yeah. Unless it wasn't, I guess.
Like,
yeah,
how did it time shenanigans, right?
Sure.
I do like how he addresses, like, pegging being different for Disney.
Yes, sir.
And also, he's like, I'm going to mess up your cinematic universe or something like that. I'm going to change your cinematic universe forever.
So it's called Deadpool and Wolverine. Because I saw a thing where Disney or Marvel had, like, taken out certain copyright for names, and one was Deadpool and Friend. And I thought that would be so funny. If the movie is called Deadpool and Friend to refer to Wolverine because of the whole Hugh Jackman, Ryan Reynolds thing.
I saw Hugh Jackman share one where it was the title and it said "Fixed It," and it was like Wolverine and asshole or something like that. So I don't know. Maybe he has to take out, like, different iterations of Marvel heroes or something too. I don't know. I don't know what it'd be.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if he has to go and, like, recruit Wolverine to help him.
Maybe. Jay, could you find that shot of Wolverine from the back, like at the poker table? Like, obviously that was his hair.
Yeah.
But I was not convinced that was Hugh Jackman.
I mean, it could be someone else entirely, and it could be giving you that feeling of it being him. But, like, it kind of seems like maybe you go there and you recruit him or something, you know?
I just want to see it again. Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
it could be.
Look, Hugh Jackman's not going to be in Wolverine shape 24/7. That's one of the reasons I think that he was like, I'm done with Logan because this is real tough.
Yeah.
And I did notice, does his costume at the end have sleeves?
I think so.
It kind of looked like, I didn't see like his, I think of Wolverine, I think of the bare arms outfit, right? And I mean, if you're Hugh Jackman, you want to see those guns, but maybe he didn't want to get into that crazy
You wear an
shape.
outfit with built-in muscles.
Yeah, sure.
you know, you don't have to do so much working out.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah.
You got to remember he is wearing a suit here, so it's probably not helping his silhouette.
That's true.
Undone.
Yeah.
And then at the end,
I have a weird thing where yeah, okay. He does have his. I mean, that suit looks fun though. I want to see it. Dang, I want to see it.
They also need to find a way to like transition to whatever they're going to do for MCU, because you're probably not going to get all these same people playing the parts they used to play, right? You're probably going to reboot it or bring it in somehow, but then have like different characters playing like Xavier and stuff.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Like it. I mean, we're getting all of these like. We had Xavier in Multiverse of Madness, and now we're having Hugh Jackman,
and those people have existed in the multiverse.
They're not going to last for the next 10 years in the MCU.
Like if you want to do X-Men in the MCU, you're going to need to like kind of first class it. You need to do something like that to where it's like, well, sure, we can get a new Wolverine or a new Xavier, or a new Cyclops.
Okay. As far as the arms and the suit go, I believe it. I might be misremembering this. I believe he was given arms in the suit because of his skin cancer problems. So as a protectionary issue.
I know he had skin cancer on his nose, but does he have it elsewhere?
I believe he's had it multiple times, and so this is like they were.
Now,
it was reported that it was like precautionary.
There's that famous story that when they were going to like the bigwigs to pitch Greatest Showman, like he had just had surgery, and the doctor said 100% you should not sing because this is gonna mess up. So they actually brought in a different actor to sing the songs for the pitch, and it was actually Wynn from Supergirl, who's a fantastic singer, and he did a great job. But during one of the songs,
Jeremy Jordan,
but during one of the songs, like just the energy in the room, and they had the entire cast singing, and Hugh just kind of stands up and starts singing, bust open his stitches. But they said like if that didn't happen, it might not have gotten greenlit because it was such a kind of like a magical moment, despite the medical stuff. But that's how I know he had problems with skin cancer. Okay, well that makes sense, and I don't care. I mean, I don't need to see arms for that to be iconic.
Hugh Jackman did get in really good shape again, though.
Good.
Throughout his social media, it showed him getting in shape for this. So
gotcha.
It's definitely not because he didn't get in Wolverine shape.
Let's be honest. He's always in amazing shape. He's just not in.
There's in shape and there's
dehydration.
Killing yourself.
Yes.
I'm just really curious to see what they end up doing with him. Like, is he going to have to, we've seen the branches and stuff breaking out, and is there going to be a lot of pruning that needs to be done for other universes? Or, like, are they going to prune his X-Men universe or something? Yeah. But then you can go into the same thing with, like, there's been old Spider-Man movies. Mm-hmm. There's been... what the old Blades, the old Daredevil,
Roger Corman's Fantastic Four.
Yeah, like is there going to be like that kind of stuff that they are pruning or that he's getting rid of, or is he trying to protect them and keep them around where they can like exist over here but not be deleted?
Yeah,
like I just wonder like what kind of route, because this is the best character I think between him and She-Hulk that can break the fourth wall. That is the best ones to kind of have doing some kind of like get this all together into one thing and it makes sense,
Sure.
So, like, you could do a lot of different things. I just wonder how far they will go with it. You know what I mean? So, it'd be interesting to see.
The beginning of this shot, by the way?
The beginning of the shot?
Yeah.
Like where he's standing over top of it?
Yeah.
You want me to just play?
Is this the very beginning?
Pretty close. I mean...
No, I just wanted to see what the thing on the left was.
Oh, there's a comic.
Yeah. Oh, it's a comic book?
Yeah, there's a comic. I believe it's a Secret Wars one.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense.
It looks like it says Wars.
Secret Wars? Okay.
Secret Wars.
That would be extremely appropriate. I was waiting for Wolverine to come into shot, and I saw the thing on the left, but I'm like, I don't know what it is, but it seems like it was there on purpose. Okay, cool. Secret Wars. I'm sure someone has figured out.
Right, Rookie said Reb Brown's Captain America.
Oh, dude,
bring him back.
I just wonder, like, how far do you go with like previous Marvel movies and what you want to have them like intertangled with? You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
And I feel like there's a lot of things you could do, but I wonder how far they'd be willing to go with it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But yeah, if anybody's ever interested, you can just watch that thing I was talking about on YouTube, the Greatest Showman thing.
I would love. I don't know if he still is, but could you imagine if Ben Affleck had to be Daredevil, but he off as the Batman,
Batman character.
Ben Affleck?
Yeah.
Like that would just be a funny thing.
Yeah.
To have like here's Daredevil, but he's just like huge.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the Dunkin' Donuts commercial?
No,
I saw part of it, but I heard there was a longer version.
I missed
There's
it.
like a 4-minute version, and it's insanity.
I've heard about it, but I was getting chili or something that during the Super
Getting
Bowl. I didn't-
chili?
Yeah, we had chili. It was so good. We had chicken dip. We had.
So you mean to
Little
tell me that
wieners.
you got up and left the commercials to go get food?
Yeah.
That's the time you're supposed to watch. You're supposed to leave during the ball game.
I personally like the game. I don't get to watch football all that much, but I like to watch the linemen. No one cares about the linemen. Poor linemen.
The ball's not there.
Yeah, I know.
That's not who follow. They don't follow the ball. They don't follow the lineman. They follow the ball.
They're all like, it's so funny because they're these giant, huge, hulking guys, but they're always like helping each other up, and patting each other on the back. They're so nice to each other.
July for this, which
July.
is pretty soon.
July
Not-
26th. Okay.
Not too far away.
Yeah.
Honestly, a lot of these that came out were all this year
Okay.
for the I think the trailers that we saw.
Gotcha. Okay.
So there's quite a few things coming out. I'm excited for that to see because I felt like we had a drought coming for Marvel for a little bit until I think there's this and Agatha.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was like all that was really this year right now.
I mean, we're kind of having a drought for a lot of stuff, right? Because of the writer's strike.
I believe so. Yeah.
Madam Web, right?
Yeah.
That's true, but I don't think that's a Sony thing, right? That's not really in the MCU either.
Man, I don't know what
who
Sony's
knows?
doing. Who knows? Who cares?
Who cares?
I do want to see, kind of want to see it, just because I've heard some stuff about it, but
So
I don't care.
sometime this year on Disney Plus, it's supposed to be your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Okay.
Spider-Man
That's
freshman.
the cartoon.
That's the cartoon one. So, but then there's nothing else besides that. Agatha, the X-Men. We watched the X-Men '97.
Yeah.
So that's all really for this year.
Okay.
Not much. And then going into next year, like there's supposed to be Captain America, Thunderbolts. Fantastic Four.
Huh. Well, it's 4:15.
Well, should we talk about that?
Yes, sir. So
Okay.
I already know about this.
Okay,
but
you already
they
know.
did release casting
Is
for
that?
the Fantastic Four.
I only recognize one face, and I love it.
You love that face? Pedro Pascal as Mr. Fantastic.
That's pretty cool.
I think it's a pretty
I
cool
don't
choice.
think I recognize the other two, and I don't know who the heck has been.
Yes. So, I have to actually look up the names. I don't have them memorized, and I gotta.
I have them up.
You had the names?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Johnny is Joseph Quinn, I believe, right?
Yep.
And Aaron, we just talked about Joseph
Joseph
in
Quinn.
a different trailer that we recorded today.
Sure.
He
You had
was
said that he was in
Stranger Things.
Stranger Things.
Yeah. He was
Joseph-
the dude that played Metallica on top of the trailer. He was the leader of the Hell.
Oh, he's the one who sings the Christy Wake Up song. Is that who you're talking about?
Yeah,
That's Joseph Quinn?
that's Joseph Quinn.
Oh, well, dang.
Johnny Storm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Sue Storm, what is the actress's name?
Vanessa Kirby.
So I know her from The Crown. She played Princess Margaret in the first actor iteration of the show. And I really enjoyed her performance. She did some really good stuff. So I'm kind of hyped for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
You'll know her from Fast and Furious Hobbs and Shaw, Aaron. She was Hattie.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, yeah, The Crown. Okay. And then
And then the
I
other
know
guy.
Pedro. I don't need to know about Pedro.
Yeah. And then the other guy playing the thing, his name is.
Ebon Moss.
Yeah. Now, you'd know him as another Marvel character, Aaron. He played Micro in Punisher.
I just opened him up. Yeah.
Yeah,
It,
and
it
he,
cut through. I was like, I know that face.
And he was, what was it, Skeen from Andor?
Yeah.
Oh, was he?
I loved him as Skeen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
really?
remember, the one
We
guy
didn't-
that betrays Cassian or
Yeah.
whatever in the crew? I loved his performance in Andor so much, but I think that's going to be a really cool, that's great casting for me.
I
'Cause I've
suppose. I
been-
mean, most that's gonna be his voice, right?
Maybe performance too, but
It'd be like Brendan Fraser in Doom Patrol.
yeah,
Probably.
yeah,
But they haven't said who's gonna be like any villains or anything yet.
no.
Because you usually always need one villain whenever you make the Fantastic Four. And I was curious who they get for that.
Are we getting their little robot friend? Because I love him.
That little robot dude's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I really like the presentation here with this. If you guys see like on the cover there, like that's a Time magazine. I think it's with like Richard Nixon or something. So I think this is like taking place in like the
in the past?
Yeah.
Huh.
I mean, they are
80s?
Marvel's first family, right? So maybe it's like in the past in a different reality. Maybe I don't know. But I also like that you can see the actor on
the picture in the
on
background.
picture in the back, yeah, because this was their actor announcement on Valentine's Day
The 60s.
in the '60s. Okay,
It'd be interesting if this is like in the 60s.
is it Lyndon B. Johnson? Okay,
Huh.
on the magazine.
I wonder how they do that and what they want to do with that going forward for like the characters and stuff. Like, do you keep them back in kind of a way, kind of Eternals-y, right? Where like, it's like, well, why weren't they here? It's like, well, they've been doing this stuff. Or do you do something else?
I'm not sure. I mean, honestly, like when it comes to the actual like those plots, like I'll wait for the movie and see how it is. But I think they got some pretty robust actors, and you have to nail chemistry when it comes to the first family of Marvel.
Sure.
Those guys, every time I've seen them in, they nail chemistry, no matter who they're with.
Pedro's great for like everything I've ever seen him in for like what he's going for. Whether it's Oberyn, was that his name?
Oberyn Martell. Mm-hmm.
All the way to the Nick Cage massive talent one. Like that was so good.
Yeah.
And it was like such a different character too than like if you compare it to like Oberyn.
Yeah.
Love it.
And I guess I think that he's a really well casted, but he is a lot older than I thought he was going to be, especially with this Sue Storm. But I guess that kind of works because when I think of Reed Richards, I always kind of think of the salt and pepper hair anyway.
Yeah.
He always does. Yeah, have the salt and pepper.
Yeah,
right?
and Pedro just kind of has that. He has kind of that personality where I feel like he could play anywhere from like 38 to 50 if he wants,
You just celebrate. We should watch that other Fantastic Four movie.
Roger Corman?
I've never seen it.
I haven't seen that one either, but I meant the newest one that like bombed and did terrible.
Yeah.
I've never seen it either, but I heard it was not great. But that one may be justified. I have no idea. I just never watched it. Though, from what I understand, I've watched the first two. I don't think they've ever really done Fantastic Four well.
Me either.
Like, as a kid, I enjoyed the, Jessica Alba and Chris Evans. And I don't remember who played Mr. Fantastic.
The only thing I enjoyed from those was the guy that played Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't know his name, but I always thought he was great, and I never liked anybody else.
Really?
I mean,
like
Thing was okay, but he just looked like he was in a rubber suit, which he was.
I mean, yeah, he was.
But I don't know. I think that one hit me at a time where I was like not obsessed with superhero movies all the time, and I just never really got into it.
Okay.
I didn't really love the Doctor Doom in that. And I never even bothered to see the new Fantastic Four one.
I never saw the new one.
Yeah.
But I watched that one and the Silver Surfer one.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. As a kid, I enjoyed those movies.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I watched them now, like they might not be as good. Mm-hmm. But I also wonder if they would utilize any of that within like the Deadpool stuff, you know? Especially since you're bringing in a Fantastic Four into the MCU of some sort.
Who would you cast as Doctor Doom? For those that don't know, Doctor Doom has to be extremely vain. Like, he's a good-looking guy, but he has just like that one mark on his skin. Like in the comics, at least. That mark on the skin that he can't show anybody, so he has to put the face on, you know? So who's your, like, handsome, vain Doctor Doom?
If you need someone vain, why don't you go for Vane and get Zach McGowan?
Captain Vane? Fuck you, Jack. I had heard Cillian Murphy lately, and I thought that was kind of a cool one. But he might be, one of the best actors of our generation and might not want to do the MCU.
Yeah, sure.
I like Mads Mikkelsen, but he's already taken, right?
Yeah, he was
wasted.
He was in I know what you mean. What was his name? He was in Doctor Strange. Start with a K.
Caecilius.
Caecilius, that's right. Yeah, he was already in. But hey, man, dude, the guy that's playing the Thing was already in Marvel. He was in The Punisher. And this is, I don't know, this is probably the third or fourth actor that's had dual roles in Marvel projects.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It gets trickier now that it's like
Mariah Stokes
brought into and kept, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Before it was kind of like, well, that's not really in it, but now it gets trickier.
Yeah. I mean, Luke Cage has two, right? Like the bad guy in Luke Cage is going to play Blade.
Sure. Yeah. Dang. Cottonmouth, right?
Yeah. Mahershala Ali.
Marshala. Yeah, that sounds right.
Like that.
I'm like, it's
Chris Evans, who was already in Fantastic Four.
Well, yeah, but that one wasn't in the MCU though,
No,
right? Like that one's a little different.
Yeah.
It's when you find things that are in the MCU.
Yeah.
But also, like you have Hulk who just changed people, right?
I saw someone say, but that's Netflix. So I'm like, hi, it's canon now.
Yes.
You can go to Disney Plus and check out that on its official timeline. Unfortunately, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is not on that official timeline, so we can be upset by that.
Oh, that'd be interesting. Someone said I'd prefer an unknown Romani. I'm not sure which way the pronunciation for that actor.
Uh-huh.
Like having them, because what's the country he's from? Latveria?
Something like that, yeah.
Like having someone like from like that region. You know what I mean? Like it's a fake location, right? But
yeah,
it's a real area.
Sure.
In a way. That could be interesting and actually tie that in to that. Maybe, somehow. Yeah. Could be neat. Then also I'm not thinking about like other characters or whatnot. I mean, I love Pedro, but like if it was just someone else, I wonder what I would think of it differently, you know?
You mean like someone you didn't recognize?
Yeah. I wonder how it would be.
Well, I mean, it depends, right? Like if they're going to go real young with the casting and they're going to bring like someone that's coming up, then they're like, hey, we have plans for these characters for a long time. You know?
Sure. Like I didn't know who Tom Holland was, but I love him as Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But I'd never seen him from anything before. That was my first meeting of him.
Mm-hmm. You ever see his screen test?
No.
He literally flips in. Like he has a screen test with Chris Evans and he just flips into it. I'm like, holy crap. That's awesome.
I mean, he was like a gymnast or something, wasn't he?
I guess so.
Or he did something like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. No, Danny DeVito's Doom does not work. It's funny. But he was a pretty good Penguin.
I mean, yeah, you're right.
I liked him as Penguin.
He was amazing as Penguin. Dude, when he bit off that nose.
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
Tim Burton went way too hard on Batman. Remember he has Bruce Wayne sleeping upside down in the first movie?
Yep, sure do.
I remember now that you mention it, but I had forgotten that was a thing. We've been watching the Batman animated series, and I keep being like, man, I need to go back and watch those old Batman movies because it's been so long since I've seen those.
Yeah.
I really need to watch Batman and Robin because when I was a kid, I loved that movie. And then, like, as everyone got older, everyone's like, it's terrible. It's just filled with one-liners. I'm like, yeah, but I found it fun when I was a kid. Like, what would it be like now?
That's where you got your entire humor from.
Yeah.
Great. It's great, Rick.
It's no wonder you love it.
So good.
I actively strive to watch movies as if I was that kid.
Sure.
I didn't like everything was just magic to me.
Yeah.
It was
I just wanted to have
fun. It was
fun.
a story. It wasn't I'm gonna judge every single thing about it like I know. Mr. Movie Maker, I know what is a good movie, you know? I would rather just be a kid watching fun things. So I try to do that all the time.
Sure. I get what you mean.
But people don't, and now everybody hates everything.
Except Neil Breen, which is a 7.2 on
7.2?
or whatever it was.
All right. I want to also make sure that I open up my question things for when we get to that part.
Gotcha.
Because I don't want to forget. I feel like I had something else that we were going to talk about, and I don't remember what it was. I should have wrote it down. Was there something else?
Carry your notebook everywhere.
Yeah,
I
know.
Write it down.
I didn't write this down. Whatever it was. But I thought I wrote some. I thought of something, but I forget.
It's a real shame.
But if you guys do have questions or anything, make sure you submit them, and we'll get to those here in a bit. Because it is 4:30. We usually try to pick up some stuff at the end.
Yeah.
I don't think we've talked about Xbox going multi-platform.
We have not
yet. That's big news. See if I can bring up an actual news article on it. I am very curious as to what what the next generation of consoles is going to look like. Is there going to be another Xbox?
I'm sorry, I keep thinking about the Deadpool trailer.
Why?
Who's that lady, like the bald lady with the ears?
How does that narrow anything down?
I don't know.
with the ears.
It seemed to take like a significant shot, but I thought at first it was Xavier, but it wasn't his ears.
Maybe it's gonna be Xavier in the MCU, but they're named what's a Xavier, but like a Xavion.
Gotcha.
I don't know what the name would be.
I don't want to know though. I don't want to know. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. I'm not looking at chat.
Well, then why are you asking?
I don't know. My brain's going a million miles an hour, man. That was fun.
But yeah, so recently, Rick, Microsoft announced that Xbox is going to just not really have exclusives at the very least. Is that the idea?
Yeah, it seems like a lot of their games are going multi-platform. Starfield currently not one of them. I have a quote from Phil Spencer here who explains the strategy like this.
Okay.
We have a different vision for the future of gaming, a future where players have unified experience across devices, a future where players can easily discover a vast array of games with a diverse spectrum of business models, a future where more creators are empowered to realize their creative vision, reach a global audience, unite their communities, and succeed commercially, a future where every screen is an Xbox. Then talking about Xbox is our gaming platform and content business, but seem to stay away from the word console.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, they've been trying to push, I feel like, Xbox as being just a media platform.
Yeah.
Right? Not a gaming console, but made to be like everything you want media. And they pushed, like, I think in one of the last E3s that they had, like, they were pushing, like, the sports aspect of what they had and just everything else that they can do, which, I don't know. There's a lot of things that can do that. And a lot of gaming consoles, like PlayStation also does some of that stuff. Maybe it'd be good for them, but it feels like they might be going less gaming and more other things.
Okay.
Like, I feel like consoles, the things that typically drive a lot of the console sale points used to always be the exclusives. And then I remember working at GameStop and being like, I feel like exclusives aren't the same as what they used to be. Like, there's less aspect of, let's make sure we have this for this. Though sometimes they would push, like, Call of Duty would be on everything, but there'd be like an exclusive time limit.
Yeah.
Or we would get DLC first on Xbox and then later on other consoles and stuff. But ever since they kind of started doing like Game Pass and Microsoft stuff on PC, I feel like there's already not a need for their console anyway. So maybe they're working more towards like a, I don't know, kind of Sega-like way of like, we will just use other technology and push our platform rather than having to deal with the console costs and stuff. Maybe, I don't know.
Well, we can say, how did that work out for Sega? But also,
I mean,
that's a different time.
One, they're still around.
Yeah.
They just don't make consoles, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the Yakuza series is doing better than ever, I feel like.
Sure.
And that's published by Sega. Like, they certainly have a lot of great series that continue on.
Yep.
It's just they don't have a market share of the console market anymore.
I wonder, what trends they're looking at and being like, this is going to future-proof us.
I mean, I imagine it's live service games.
Yeah.
Like, you don't necessarily need a console for those.
Yeah. You don't have to spend money on developing and making that. Like, you can use our platform on your Samsung device or on your PC that you already have, but you're still using Microsoft and Xbox. You're not getting an Xbox system, maybe. Maybe that's the route they're going to go.
Yeah.
And then maybe that saves them money on having to use R&D and develop and sell consoles, because I don't feel like typically consoles, I don't think they make a ton of money on the consoles themselves.
Often lose money on like the console itself. And like, you make your money because you have to pay Microsoft 20% in order to release a game on the Xbox.
Yeah. So you get your money from that. You get your money from like subscriptions. You get your money from stuff like that. But not like they wouldn't be making money from selling Xboxes. But if you have like a app platform through PC or through mobile, maybe that does the same thing for them, where you still have to pay them for putting your game or whatever on their platform, but it's not going to be on Xbox console.
Yeah.
That could be the route they go. Like, Sega makes games and stuff too for other platforms. They just don't have a Sega console. But Sega's still been around. They still do things.
Yeah.
And now that phones are, like running the kind of games that they're running, like, it's possible that you just have an like Xbox Live on your phone or whatever at some point in the future.
But I mean, if Microsoft makes games, you'd probably see it on like their app, and I would imagine you're going to push it to like PlayStation as well, right? You're going to make the games that go to both, as opposed to it's only for Xbox, which is kind of what they've not really been doing. And PlayStation also has done this a lot. Honestly, Nintendo's the one that, like, you can usually pick on like, well, do you want a PlayStation or an Xbox? But I usually always feel like I need to get a Nintendo because I'm not getting Mario or Pokemon or, a lot of these kind of games on anything else. You're only usually getting those things on Nintendo. So, I don't know. We may see things where it's like if they do more Gears of War, if they do more, what else is Xbox? Halo?
Halo.
Right?
Yeah.
Halo may get to PlayStation then.
Although I think, like, I think we talked about it before too, but like after Infinite, I think Halo was getting like scaled back or like canceled the next one or something. So
I don't know. Like business-wise, I'm ignorant and don't really know, but I'm always for like just more access and getting away from tribalism. Like one of the reasons I never played Halo is because I never had an Xbox because I could only get this or this,
Yeah.
Sure.
And I was denied that gaming experience.
And there's this side of game releasing, like developing a game for one console and hoping that like the exclusivity amount of money that you're providing or getting or whatever from it being exclusive to this will outweigh just selling it on multiple platforms, right?
Yeah.
So like I could make a game and put it only on Sony, but usually for that Sony's giving you money to hopefully sell more consoles and get more sales in general for their product, maybe get more subscriptions, any of that stuff. And they're hoping that all outweighs the price they pay for the game. But you might make more money selling your game on Xbox, PC, and Sony or something, But it's the same thing with like Epic Games. Epic Games, Steam, they don't have a console. They just have, their app within PC and whatnot. And some stuff they have now, like you can play a lot of games on mobile anymore anyway with a lot of that. So maybe they just kind of start going that way.
Well, we'll see.
And it's not about exclusivity, and people can just put out the games more they want.
Maybe.
I don't know.
But you also don't want no competition.
Sure.
In your space either. So it'll be interesting to see how it all turns out.
This is related, but in our YouTube chat, the normies popped up. Hey, guys. They said, what do you guys think about the conversation around ownership of digital media and games since they seemingly take away digital media now? Great podcast, guys. Just wanted to stop in and say hi.
It's always been one of my worries whenever things were going digital because, like, same with movies and stuff even, right? Like, I could go and buy a Blu-ray, and I own that, and I can watch it. If my internet goes out, I can still just put it in my Blu-ray player or whatever, and I can watch it. But digitally, if I lose internet or if they decide, like, I don't know, if their servers crash, right? It's all through servers.
They don't have the license anymore for that platform.
What happens if, like, the servers crash or whatever happens, they go out of business, and I've bought all this stuff, and now I don't get it anymore?
Sure. I get you.
I don't know. There's definitely
I'm the same way. Like, I love physical media. I get such satisfaction of buying something and putting it on my shelf and seeing everything I have.
Yeah.
But the last 2 years, I just watch stuff digitally.
I will say
it's so convenient to have it on any screen in my house or my pocket.
I love that, and I love the lack of clutter because I used to have so many shelves that were just video games and Blu-rays or DVDs, and I don't have all that anymore.
Okay.
So the route I probably want to go mostly is that if it's a game or a movie or something that's such that I really like and I want to enjoy in the future more so, I will buy a hard copy rather than a digital if I can. But there's some stuff that you can only get digitally, right? One of the benefits of digital aspect is independent game developers can put things onto Steam or onto consoles, and they don't have the overhead costs of like, I need to print these, I need to ship them,
right.
I need to distribute this.
Video game making.
Yeah, so there is that benefit of having that, where like I can, what is it, Lethal Company? That was what, one guy or a couple guys?
Yeah.
That they made that game. And it blew up Among Us, things like that, where it's a small group. It used to be so much harder to try to do that and get distribution and find someone to send it out. And how do you sell it? Yeah.
Yeah.
But now it's a lot more, between that and having like social media, you can have things blow up and go viral real quick. And that's nice for smaller companies, or not even, maybe not even companies, just a small developer by himself wanting to make a game. So there's benefits and drawbacks on both, but I would say if there's something you really like that you think you would enjoy in the future, like I still have my Super Nintendo,
Yeah, me too.
but I love being able to play Super Nintendo games like Donkey Kong Country on my Switch, and I don't have to drag out my SNES to play that. It's great, and it gets my kids more. It gives them more access to be able to do it. So I love having that, but there's something also about like I will hold on to this, and when the apocalypse happens and we don't have internet anymore, that's SNES. Hopefully, I somehow can rig up a battery system so I can play some Donkey Kong Country.
I feel like what's what's happened with me is I play almost everything digitally now. Like Mass Effect. I played Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3 for an entire year on stream digitally. Really enjoyed it. And now I'm looking for like the collector's edition steelbook that I can put on my shelf.
Sure.
Because one, I can financially support it again, but two, like I wouldn't get that if I had never played it.
No, you wouldn't.
But, I have the Tears of the Kingdom, collector's edition now after I've played the game. And I still played it digitally, because it's just so convenient. So maybe that's me being double dipped and people can be like, consumer, but I guess I'm only going to buy the physical media of the stuff that I love, not just, the games I buy.
The things I really dislike, though, kind of go with if there's a game that's only on something digitally or a TV show is a better example, because I know of an example here is we had the Willow series come out. I'm not going to say Willow was the best show ever created or anything, right? But how do you watch that when it's been removed from Disney Plus?
I mean, you find ways.
Well, exactly. That's what it's like there's what you made this, and now you've left people with no way to watch this series or this movie or this show or whatever, and that's the kind of stuff where it's like, well, you've backed us into a corner where it's like I want to watch this, and you've just removed it.
It's spitting in the face of artists, and I don't know how Disney or anyone like WB's been doing this with a lot of stuff.
Max had a few things that they just removed, like, and those are the ones that are like original, right? Like I think it's different when it's like Netflix and Max or whatever. Like sometimes they have it where this has come out or this was a TV show. Now it's also available on Max, right? Like Ben 10 is available on Max.
Yeah.
Well, now Ben 10's not available on Max. But you know what? It's still available on like Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
Or you could go buy a DVD or a Blu-ray of it. But for like things like Willow, that was made to be like an original Disney Plus series, and that's where it was released. Like that makes me worry of like, well, at some point, what if they just removed, Andor or Kenobi or some of these other shows that I enjoyed more than I did Willow, and I'm like, well, now I can't watch these anywhere. I don't have a Blu-ray copy of this or that,
Yeah, I mean, it's just a convenience thing, right? Because we live on the internet. Everything is available all the time if you're willing to put the work in to get it. It's just, well, I subscribe to this thing because that is just convenient for me. Like, I don't have to hunt. I don't have to download. I don't have to, like, do any of that stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, it sucks that they can take things off, but it's also their stuff, I guess. Like for streaming, it's a little different than like if I purchase a digital movie from Amazon, like now, how does that work? Because like if Amazon deletes their servers or Steam deletes their servers or whatever, and like that stuff's gone, it's tough.
Sure.
Because I mean, I can still access it because I know how and am able or whatever. But like a normal consumer probably can't, I guess.
Not typically. Like my grandma's not going to be able to. Someone also mentioned about Batgirl. I feel like that one's a little different. That one's just different stuff with taxes and stuff that they do, and I don't like that they do that either. But they never released it as like an original somewhere and then removed it as well. Like I really dislike the idea of like it is available, but like it's only up there for like a month and then they took it down because I don't know.
Well, they recently did it again with the what is it, Acme
Coyote versus Acme.
in the Coyote thing.
Yeah.
With Looney Tunes and John Cena, written by James Gunn, who they gave the keys of DC to. You know, like they're writing. They first announced, okay, we're just not going to release this. It's going to be a tax write-off. They got blowback like hard, and it was correct. Like I'm glad they got such blowback. So then they said, okay, we'll shop it around town. If anyone wants to buy it, they can buy it. And then apparently that was kind of more lip service because nothing happened. They're going to shelve it again.
Yeah, they wanted $70 million, I think it was, and nobody bought it. So they said, oh, nobody bought it, so we're just knocking it. We're gonna go back to our original plan.
Yeah, which
probably is the number they needed to be more than the tax write-off worth.
I don't know. I think you're spitting in the face of artists when you do that. I understand that they own it, but you're spitting in the face of artists when you do stuff like that.
And supposedly,
if they did that, I don't think that James Gunn should work with them, but he's contracted. You know, he has to now. But I bet you he was pissed.
Supposedly, that movie did extremely well with test audiences.
Testing?
I wonder how often these kind of things happen in the past of like projects and stuff. Because like surely things got canceled after being worked on, but like I don't feel like it was heard as much, right? Like a movie back in the let's say back in the 80s. That was being worked on, and they filmed a lot, and they started editing, and they're like, all right, we're just going to can it and do tax purposes for this and not put it out. Like, I know there's a different process of putting things out there, but I wonder how often that happened. But now we hear about it more too, you know?
Well, I mean, also the movie industry has had an unprecedented last couple of years with COVID and the shutdowns, and then people just kind of being like, I could just wait a couple months and watch it at home, or
sure, it's been struggling for theaters and stuff too.
It's definitely been a struggle.
That's what happened. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm just saying, I get it, but I still think like, you know, Warwick Davis says like, I'm embarrassed. Like I told people like, hey, go watch my Willow show, and they say, where can I get it? It's like, oh, they thought it was so bad they just took it off. And he's like, they've embarrassed me to my friends and my family. And I'm just so defensive of him, and I'm so mad.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, that's been happening since the Roger Corman Fantastic Four movie. Like, that movie was solely made in order to hold on to the rights.
Yeah.
So it was, like, never released. But all the people in it thought it was going to be their big break.
Yeah.
And,
that's a
really
good example, Rick. Like, those things where they do it, and then they just, like... Did that actually come out? Or did they just kind of, like...
It was never released wide.
They just kind of like, we'll put it direct to DVD and never really advertise it.
No, never released.
Never released?
Never released.
Just copies got out, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like those kind of things are like, well, what was it? At least this came out, but they did the Child's Play movie, like the remake one.
Mm-hmm.
Typically, what happened was at one point, Child's Play's like it split ownership.
Yeah.
And one group got the ownership of Chucky, and one group got the ownership of the name Child's Play. Right.
Right.
So the movie that came out with Aubrey Plaza is a reimagining of the Child's Play first movie, but done in a different way where it doesn't have like Chucky. Just so that they could keep the rights to Child's Play, essentially.
Right.
Whereas, like, Chucky kept going, and they made more movies, like 4 more movies or something like that after that happened. And it's, you know, they just don't call it Child's Play like they did in the first few movies. They called it something Chucky. But it was all about rights, just about owning rights and stuff for it.
Gotcha.
So I at least that one came out. But I think there's lots of those kind of situations where it's like, well, let's just make some kind of movie so that we can keep owning this stuff.
Yeah.
Do you think this is going to affect how creatives choose to work with companies if they keep seeing this trend of like their middle budget movies?
Money is money.
I mean, someone's got to pay for it all. Like I get
that.
Yeah,
but we do have up and coming side studios that are actually like A24, you know, is starting to get into these things.
I mean, I think the next 10 years of entertainment, 1, AI is going to change everything. But 2, like we can just democratize this stuff. Like you don't need to have a movie. Mr. Beast proves you do not need to have a movie studio distribute your stuff. You can put it out online, you know?
Sure.
You can get your art out there that's not the slave of uncreative executives just trying to make money.
Yeah. I mean,
but people that have something to say and have a platform to say it on that doesn't cost $500 million. You know.
Sure.
But that doesn't get you like a Batgirl necessarily.
It could. It could. Honestly, what do you think would be the more interesting movie? Like a filmmaker that loves movies and has the skill and has $60,000 and does a Batgirl movie. Exactly. Yeah, there you go. Like, I don't know. It might be super awesome if the right artist that sees those pitfalls and sees those obstacles and finds creative ways around them.
Yeah.
And that's great stuff.
No, I mean, that's, you know, you guys haven't seen it, but that's what makes Roger Corman's Fantastic Four so good.
Yeah.
It's got no budget, but it's got heart.
I love heart.
And it has a lot of heart.
Heart's more important than budget.
Huh. How do you watch that movie?
I have it. If you want to watch it, I can make that happen for you.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what the future is going to look like with some of that. Between the digital side of things and things that can just be removed, between, you know, games and stuff as well.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of that stuff could really start shifting here in the next few years even.
Probably.
A lot of it just depends on how movies and stuff start playing out. Like, if they're already looking more at streaming rather than theater releases, like, I wonder where that goes. I mean, what was it, Rick, that they're removing, Walmart is supposed to be removing physical games from
Best Buy,
I
think.
No, it's
I think
Walmart.
it's Walmart.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think
Walmart's
Best
doing it
Buy's
too.
going to do it as well, but
Yeah.
Okay.
they're going to be removing like physical media. It might be all media, but I know it's at least games
At least video games.
that they're
Yeah.
removing from their shelves,
Yeah. Yeah.
and they're not going to
Makes
have it
sense.
anymore. I don't know if that's started already or going to be starting soon. But like that there is a thing where it's like, well, where do I have to go buy the physical media of these? And that I feel like if I'm looking for video games, I have right now locally for me, I have Walmart, I have GameStop, and then I really start running out of options, at least locally, right?
Yeah.
Especially brand new games.
Mhm.
So, and I know GameStop, like, they don't make a lot of money from selling new stuff. They make it from their pre-owned sales and now from like their other merch and whatnot. But
Yeah.
like that's gonna really limit you to where it's like, well, now I only get an option for digital. And this is one of the things that GameStop was looking at back whenever I'd worked there, was that eventually we're gonna be cutting back to much more of a digital format, because that's the way a lot of the game industry seems to be going, is downloads and digital releases of stuff. Like, what are we going to sell when we don't have video games and pre-owned video games that we can do? And I think that's why they started bringing in a lot more of the merch and the action figures, and they brought back in having Pokemon cards, and some things that they stopped having, they started bringing back because of looking at the future of what was going to be coming.
Mhm.
So at some point, whether it's Walmart and these companies deciding not to carry it, or the game companies themselves deciding, you know what, this next Halo game, we're not going to have any kind of physical version of it. We're not going to have a physical version of the next Mario game. You can just download it from Switch. And like, even Nintendo has benefits where it's like you can buy for, let's say it's going to be $120 to buy these two games physically, or you can buy this ticket for $100 and save $20 and get two of the games digitally. Like, they just can do more of that stuff because they don't have that overhead costs.
Sure.
But it helps promote their digital side of things, and it cuts out all the physical stuff.
And digital games, you know, go on sale like Walmart physical games never did.
Sure. Yeah.
You're right.
So I don't know. There's definitely things are gonna be changing, I think, in the future here, and I just don't know how exactly it's gonna be. But I would expect it to be more and more digital stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it has to be. I don't know what other direction it goes. How many computers nowadays have a CD thing in them, CD drive? You know,
Not many.
I hardly ever see it. I see USB drives, USB-Cs.
I mean, when's the last time I saw a crystal case like
Yeah.
that?
Like, who in chat right now is watching on a computer that has a CD drive? Unless you build it and specifically wanted to do that, Jake wouldn't even let me have a hard drive like hot swap port. He's like, nope, you're not getting it. I'm like,
You're
damn.
right.
Yeah. Yep.
I wanted that just because I had like storage stuff, and I can pop this in whenever I want, you know?
Well, we asked for some questions. Let's try to get some, I suppose.
All right, all right. About Jake. All right. Super Doris says, who of the crew has seen The Martian and Interstellar?
I've seen both.
I have seen Interstellar.
I've seen The Martian. I've seen the ending of Interstellar.
That's a sacrilege.
It wasn't my choice.
Well, the rest of
I
the movie's
just
good,
walked
too.
into the room. I was like, "What you watching? This looks weird."
I also have memes up.
We got some memes too.
The memes.
There's only a couple, but they're good.
I like that one.
Oh, the pizza bagel.
Mando Jedi
My ear
says,
looks so small there.
thoughts on if this would be interesting if we get more questions like this.
Okay.
Thoughts on if people have seen my recommendations. Dark City. I don't know what that is.
Yes,
Love Dark City.
Gallivant. I am familiar, but I haven't seen it.
I have not.
No idea.
It's like a musical King Arthur kind of thing.
Okay.
Like it's in that kind of thing. The Thing.
Which one?
I'm
It
assuming
doesn't matter. I've seen them all.
I'm assuming he just means The Thing.
Wow.
Which, like, not.
You mean John
I mean-
Carpenter's The Thing?
I mean The Thing, not The Thing from Outer Space or whatever the
Yeah.
original thing is, right? This
Yeah.
is just The Thing. I've seen The Thing. I haven't seen the one that's shown in Halloween, and I haven't seen the prequel or sequel or whatever the new thing is.
Yeah,
I haven't seen that either.
I've seen all.
I've seen clips of The Thing whenever I'm watching, like, best movie effects of all time compilations. But other than that, I've seen the episode of The X-Files that does The Thing. with worms.
Oh,
Other than that, no.
that's like my most memorable episode.
Yep, I love that episode.
Ooh.
Error of the Face says, Rick, just for you, I will watch a Neil Breen movie today after I watch Madam Web.
Hell yeah!
Please, good sir, tell me where to begin my experience.
You got to start with Double Down. You got to start from the beginning.
Double down.
Good luck.
There's your answer. Maybe we will check that out in the future soon.
You might want to wean yourself in if you haven't watched a lot of bad movies, though. That's like the hardest of hard.
Rick, have we watched enough bad movies that you feel I'm okay to watch this?
Yeah, you'll be good. Also, I don't care about your health and safety
Hey!
like I do about this random chat person.
I love this meme, but I don't want to go too into it just in case. I don't want to ever deny the experience I had last night to anyone else.
Okay.
But yes.
I love that, though. That's
Yeah,
a cool,
it's really
I love
good.
that meme there.
Yeah.
Greatest boss.
Greatest. Oh, what a moment that was.
Air of the Face says, if y'all had your choice on who would play Herbie for the Fantastic Four, is that the little robot dude?
Yeah.
Who would it be? I would love Jack Quaid or Bill Hader.
Oh, Bill Hader. Well, Bill Hader's great.
I mean, he's great at impressions, too.
Yeah, and he did a lot of like consulting / sound work along with Ben Schwartz for
BB-8, right?
Yeah. Aaron, do you get this reference, this meme?
I would have it be William Shatner.
Ooh, that'd be good too.
That could be fun. I assume I do,
Yeah.
but I don't know for sure.
Me
I have my
versus
thoughts.
Frog.
Who to be? You know who'd be fun to have as like a robot? I want to hear Christopher Walken be a robot.
Okay, I'm
Like,
there.
You have
Foo
William
Fighters.
Fantastic Four.
Foo Fighters.
Did you guys know that Vince Gilligan and Rhea Seehorn are teaming up for a sci-fi series on Apple TV?
I did not know that. That's cool.
I did not.
This meme is brilliant.
What in the world is it?
They're trying to look at Rick's screen through his glasses to see what won the poll.
That's funny. I love that. Like the idea is that it would just be the logos there.
Yeah.
Which logo's the top one? But no, I didn't hear that. I'll be interested to see what maybe that's gonna be. Vince Gilligan's real good. Rhea, who's Rhea? Dang, I just clicked off. I don't recognize the Rhea name right offhand.
I didn't recognize either.
Place what that would be
Mm.
for their team up. So I'm sorry.
Nice meme. Hang it, you don't have the color, so that's the room, I think.
Yeah. The one on the right, I think, is the
Yeah.
room.
And then that one maybe is Doctor Who, with Aaron, Shirt, and Melanie being there. I don't have the colors. I can't tell.
What are we talking
Football
about?
machine is that?
Like just what they look like. What
Yeah,
is
I
it?
was just trying to guess what they're from.
Oh, what reaction?
Yeah.
That's the Star Wars
The
pinball
room's on
machine.
the right. The left is Doctor Who.
Rookie says I got it in one. All right, cool.
What?
What it was.
Oh,
Yeah, Doctor Who in the room.
yeah. It's the room and Doctor Who. I'm gonna assume that's probably the more recent Doctor Who.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it's episode 2.
Special too?
Yep,
Got it.
that's my guess. Though it might make more sense if you chose the newest one.
Maybe.
Tony Ollie, I did not know that this was a reaction, so I just saw it earlier whenever it was on Jake's screen, and I saw like a little like thing on the side, but I guess I can say what the reaction would be for. It's a trailer that came out like a week ago.
Okay.
For Paramount Plus.
Okay.
It's a Knuckles series.
Oh.
I did not know that was a thing.
A Knuckles series
From Sonic the Hedgehog?
Yes.
From the movie?
Okay.
I just saw that whenever we had the Deadpool thing opened up.
Like Idris Elba?
I don't know. I know nothing about it except for I saw a thumbnail that said Knuckles series Paramount Plus.
Yeah.
That's all I know. And I was like, why didn't we watch this?
I didn't love the second Sonic movie.
I don't know why.
Didn't love any of them.
I don't know why.
The first one I thought was okay. I didn't love the second one.
I watched them both recently, and they're both just fun movies.
Yeah.
I watched them with the kids, and though my kids
I
also
hate it.
love Sonic, they enjoyed it so much.
Did they?
Yeah.
And that's all I care about.
Yeah.
I'm glad this.
It's
yeah.
that kid idea,
I don't
right?
give a shit
You
about
said
what
how fun is
yeah.
it to watch as a kid?
Yeah.
They had fun with it.
Good. That
You
is so much more
turned
important.
off the Super Mario Brothers movie.
I feel like that's your fault.
I was like, where's he going with this? I think that kid's wrong. No.
Alex in Scotland said, "Are you guys ever going to do more Among Us streams with other reactors? Because those are some of the funniest streams I have ever watched."
I had a lot of fun, but do people still play Among Us?
I mean, as long as you get a group together, they do.
Yeah, I'd do it.
Right?
Lethal Company was a ton of fun.
Dude, there's a mod that you can play like with 8 players on that.
8 players?
8 players.
Yeah.
Like it'd be fun to play Lethal Company with like a group of like.
Among Us has mods like that for like.
Oh yeah, same thing with that.
People.
You can do quite a big group of that, but imagine playing Lethal Company where it's like the 4 of us and like 4 normies or something.
Yeah.
Like that'd be kind of fun, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
You could do more with Lethal Company. It's not limited to 8.
Cool.
Well, I ran out of people. I don't know how many more. We had to just name off a lot of people and pick them all up.
Man,
but Among Us would be fun too to do. I would like to do that. It was fun to who was it I killed? It was one of the normies. It might have been Surge at one point.
Yep.
And there was a time you got me. I was like, damn it, Eric. I knew it was him.
Me and Surge were imposters one game and killed everybody. We're Lost Boys.
Daniel, this one might go into a longer conversation. I don't know. We'll see here. Daniel JPB says, speaking about distribution, what about shows that are completely region locked? There are shows like Young Justice that have had seasons 3 and 4 out for years that are completely inaccessible here in Australia.
I want to say like, well, you have VPNs, but then you could also say, well, you can pirate. So I get
You can.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why. There must be like licensing things with that, I assume.
Yeah.
Right? That's
For
the only
sure.
reason I can think of it. I know that that's sometimes the case with. We've had different issues with some things, where it's like, well, it's only available for this for a while or something. So it's like, well, we gotta wait, I guess. So we can't really do anything with it for a while. But I don't know. I don't have a solution for that, Daniel. It sucks.
Sometimes you can buy region unlocked devices and region unlocked, but they generally are more expensive for that reason. Like,
Yeah, sure.
like stuff comes region locked with code in the disc. You can buy region like ones that have that region lock, but a device that is region unlocked, but it's a pain.
So, all right, guys. Well, that's there's more questions, but I didn't get to all these, so I'm sorry. But we're at 5:00, which is the time that we wrap up. We are gonna be back tomorrow. We're gonna be playing Helldivers 2 for the first time. I've never played it yet.
Me either.
I like the first game,
Me too.
Oh, I never played that.
so I'm hoping that it will be as fun as that game was. But also that game was challenging.
Stressful.
Yep. So make sure you join us back here for that tomorrow. I don't believe there's a stream Saturday planned right now.
Don't think so.
Right, Jake?
I don't believe so.
Given the conversation with Calvin yesterday, I don't think we have anything else
Nope.
for that either. So with
Next
him not
up-
being here, I wanted to make sure. But
Monday is the next.
so we'll have Helldivers 2 tomorrow, and Eric back with Jedi Survivor on Monday, as long as he doesn't eat any more chili from his dad's.
Oh no, I brought some home. I still
Eric?
have some in the fridge.
Damn it,
Oh.
Eric! I told you to stop eating that chili.
Cheddar cheese, onion.
Guys, see you tomorrow for Helldivers. You guys have a good night. Bye, everybody.
Mm.